Happy Monday, and welcome back to another Monday night at Heroes and Hooligans, my friends, where we are playing Delirium, a Grim Hollow campaign. We missed last week because Chip and I decided to beat the shit out of ourselves and physically disable us from playing D&D. But we are here today to physically disable our characters from playing D&D. That's what we're going to do.
And hey, let me tell you, it takes some effort to physically disable yourself from picking up a dice.
Well, we did it. We did it. It was a thing that happened. It was done. And c'est la vie, I suppose. I think Riley's going to do recap this week. So let's do it.
I think I am. We return to the tension-filled adventure, getting even more tense as we awoke at dawn to Arthur's dismay of realizing Celine was missing. After some investigation and searching, it's clear they walked out on their own. And to this end, we all said, okay, and went back to sleep to search in the morning. After we woke up, we started the day with eating and drinking, and Dara giving away some food and drink because we bought a ton of it. We got into some information as we searched around town. We went high, we went low, we went into the guardhouse, and thanks to dear guard Captain Goldstone, we learned a little bit more about everything we already knew about. They told us everything about the Bone Trader and what we had heard about that we already knew. The only thing we had learned on our own is there's some creepy song that plays at night, and we heard it, and no one really did anything about it, and then Celine was missing. And so we went on our way after learning about the ruined cottage that is purportedly out there on the footpath. And so we went out on our way, and we found an interesting little mountain path. 3 of our party members descended, Celine being missing. Arthur, Fiora, and Daruk found themselves down the path, while Loki stayed up to keep watch. Loki has no idea what's going on because something's keeping the party separated communicatively. And to that end, the 3 are in trouble.
They are. Well, 4. Well, 3 that you know of. Possibly 4. But take yourself a chaos coin.
3.
Go ahead and grab you a chaos coin, Loki. I will take this time as a good time to remind the audience, if you are regularly viewing us, you are accruing channel points, and your channel points are able to offer wheel or woe to our party. You can give advantage to them. You can give heals to them. You can generate them random encounters. You can give me advantage because I'm flipping awesome, and I love that. And essentially what an advantage does for those of you who are new to D&D or don't recognize the system, it gives them the ability to re-roll and take the highest number. So if they rolled really shitty and they get to re-roll, they can potentially turn things around. We also do a thing called chaos coins here. That is my DM advantages to my players. You can accumulate up to 3 of them per game. They reset every game. If you roll a natural one, you get a chaos coin because you know, natural ones suck and nobody wants to spend the whole game rolling shitty and not get anything as a reward for that. But you also get one if you roll a nat 20 because you did awesome and rolled a nat 20. So we're going to give you a reward for that. So that's the fun stuff. And the extra stuff there before we jump right into it. You'll notice we have a new player tonight. We have Destiny joining us playing a character that you probably are going to meet tonight. You'll have to find all that out later. So let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's do it. Are you ready?
No.
All of you?
I don't think any of us are, but we're here.
No.
I'm so excited.
No.
I'm so excited to bring out my backup character.
Yeah, so am I. I've got like 3 lined up.
All right.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, 2 of you are at 1 HP. 1 of you is at 0 HP. And Loki, you're at full health because you're in a tree.
Yep.
So you found
sounds about
yourselves
right to me.
in a cottage that was down a steep mountain path. And some of you descended the mountain path, tracking the footsteps of your party member who mysteriously went missing in the middle of the night. Fiora had said, you know, this is kind of like Celine's whole deal. Celine does Celine things. So you kind of went on a little adventure through the town, finding out if maybe Celine got drunk and angry, and that's why they were unavailable. You don't know. But you found out, no Celine in the jails. You took off out of town. You went tracking the footsteps. You realize, hey, this is in the direction we need to go anyway. So we're just going to do that. So you went along and you found this path and you went down this mountain path. And when you did, you came across this little cottage. And it was a beautiful little cottage, had smoke rising from it, had the smells of home coming from inside, roast dinner, potatoes, pie, going to your granny's house over the river and through the woods. And you decided to go in because Celine's footsteps led right in. And you were met with an elderly woman who was spinning wool, as far as you know, in the corner. She was spinning wool. And things very quickly changed from an old lady spinning wool to an old lady in your mind. She invaded your minds. You made some wisdom saving throws, and unfortunately you didn't do so hot on them, and it caused you some psychological damage, and you all kind of, like, as far as you felt like your bodies had fallen asleep. And so that brings us to now, when those of you with hit points left are waking up. And you're waking up in a different place than you were when you fell asleep. You're waking up in a place that smells sweet. It's vibrant and colorful around you. It's a dazzling Candyland, a symphony of colors and flavors awaiting you at every turn. The landscape being a feast for your eyes. Cotton candy clouds drifting lazily in the sky, a rainbow-hued sugar crystal glittering in the sunlight, gumdrops as big as boulders dotting the rolling hills, licorice vines twisting and twining around candy cane trees. The air is filled with the sweet scent of caramel and chocolate. A gentle breeze carries the aroma of freshly baked goods. Butterflies with wings made of spun sugar flutter from flower to flower, sipping nectar from blossoms made of candy floss. The sound of laughter and music fills the air as candy creatures dance and play in the meadow. In the magical realm around you, every corner holds a new delight, from sparkling soda springs to glistening chocolate waterfalls. The inhabitants of Candyland, from sugar sprites to chocolate chipmunks, live in harmony with the sugary surroundings, their laughter and joy adding to the enchantment of the whimsical world. In this wondrous Candyland, a fantastical world of sweetness and magic unfolds before your eyes. The landscape being a whimsical blend of candy-coated mountains and sugar-spun valleys, marshmallow meadows, glistening lollipop forests stand tall against the cotton candy sky, while rivers of molten chocolate flow lazily through the land, reflecting the colors of the rainbow. Creatures of all shapes and sizes roam this sugary paradise, their bodies too made of candy and confections. Gumdrop dragons soaring through the sky, their wings trailing rainbow sparkles behind them. Cotton candy unicorns grazing peacefully in the fields of jelly bean flowers, their iridescent horns glinting in the sunlight. Peppermint pixies flit and flutter amongst the trees, leaving trails of shimmering sugar dust in their wake. Every corner of this Candyland is filled with wonder and delight, from the Gumball Mountains to the Licorice Caves. The air is alive with the sound of laughter and music, candy creatures frolicking and playing in the endless sunshine. It's a magical realm. Imagination knows no bounds, and every dream and desire is brought to you in a life of symphony, sweetness, and joy. This isn't where you were. This isn't what you were experiencing, but it's goddamn beautiful and extra goddamn delicious. What are you doing?
No, this is just the people who have hit points, right? You're going to have to read that whole thing again when Arthur wakes up.
Is Arthur's body here with myself?
And is it?
Yes. Arthur is there.
Yeah.
Arthur is sleeping peacefully curled up next to the little patch of cotton candy grass that you wake up on. Fiora is there. Daruk is there. Celine is there. And you also see somebody half slumped over a stump near the side of the river with a mug hanging from their hand with a little bit of the chocolate from the river dripping from it. Looks like they got themselves in a candy coma and might just be taking a nap. Loki, you see Tree.
I'm going to Fiora. Fiora, do you want to care for Arthur or should I?
Well, I mean, she caught us by surprise. We're all going to need to care for ourselves too, aren't we?
Well, I meant, yes. Should we?
Sure, I can take care of him.
Okay.
She'll lean down and mutter some words and pump a first level cure wounds into the little wooden guy.
Nice. Thank you.
Okay.
For 7.
Or 7.
Celine, where do you come from?
I'm going to actually burn a second level slot and get a healing spirit up and just hang out in there for a couple of rounds.
Okay.
So that'll
How long does that last?
It's a minute. But it can heal up to 6 times. So I can get a total of 6 rounds in it.
Yeah, so just go ahead and roll that up. Because you're not in initiative, so go ahead and roll up 6 rounds of healing for you all.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
That'll just be for me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, for you then. Go ahead, roll your up 6 rounds of healing. Go ahead.
Cool.
So Loki's gonna think we're fucking crazy when we try to explain this.
I mean, I think we should worry about finding Loki first. Or maybe finding our way back.
Also, Celine, hello.
Oh, where the bloody hell have you been all day?
She just stares at you.
Fiora pumps a second level cure wounds into herself.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah, Arthur will walk over and like wave his hands in front of her face. Is everything? Is this Celine or is this a mirage, or do I touch her and she turns into cake like a Japanese game show?
Oh, wait. Oh. No.
No,
It's not.
it's
Celine.
definitely Celine.
Or is it?
Well, it kind of looks like Celine. It might not be Celine, but it's
Celine.
a Pokeball.
It's a person that looks like her, but she has red hair
Okay.
and green eyes, and looks slightly tanned.
Like slightly more alive.
Yes.
Celine.
That is not my name.
Okay, I made a huge mistake. I feel so awkward about that. My fault. I go back to the group. I don't know why I didn't get it from her not looking dead. That is the wrong person.
That's not Celine?
I guess not.
Did you see if they know anything else about this place?
No, I don't. I
Okay.
just woke up. What the hell is going on?
Well, we got blasted by that old woman, and now we're here. And
Okay.
something.
There's look. Somebody's passed out by the river as well. Maybe they know something. You ask not Celine. I'm gonna ask our other friend over there, and I will go pump a cure wounds into. I'm assuming it's our new addition here, passed out by the river in a candy coma. If not, I'm gonna need that spell slot back.
His name is Augustus Goose.
Yeah, right. Just roll him into
The
the
great
river.
big greedy nincompoop, damn it.
If you start singing, I will slap you.
If I go over to this character passed out by the river, what do I see?
What do you see when you approach Scrimmy, Destiny? You're muted, babe.
Screamy is passed out by this candy river, with one boot in the river, actually drifting back and forth, face down, but my left arm is actually inside of the earth, just inside the earth.
Not
the rest
like
of me is
not in a
the
hole.
rest of me is on the top. No, not in a hole. Like just disappeared inside the earth. And it looks like part of my hair is disappearing too.
Holy,
Like
does
glitched
that
out.
look?
Yeah, like kind of just like I'm stuck halfway under the map.
Like you're clipping?
Yeah.
As if it was almost like if it was made of thought instead of material.
But not like what we saw happen to Sergeant Pepper, right?
No, he just
No.
got he just
Nope, not the same
he
thing.
just got ate.
Okay. Okay.
He just got
And
split.
I'm definitely
Yeah.
out cold.
Okay.
My internet hates me.
All right. Arthur will try to. I guess he tried to shake you awake, but if I need to use a cure wounds, I guess I would because we need some information.
It doesn't seem like I'm hurt though. I'm kind of just taking a really deep nap.
Well,
But I'm halfway broken.
right.
Are
All right.
you having trouble with Van Winkle over there?
We should just leave them. Actually, let's continue on. I think this was a waste of time. No, I'm having a ton of. Come look at this.
All right,
And
I'm gonna
I'll show
head
everybody.
on. I'm gonna head on over to Scrimmy with Arthur.
Yeah, I forgot I know magic. Let's see if I can do
Fiora will meanwhile go up to not Celine.
Yeah, as we pass, I'm like, good luck.
Uh-oh.
that.
Yeah, I look down at
So
this half there being. This is a known phenomena, yeah. Oh no.
I'm back.
Ew.
Huli is what
I had
has
my
happened-
internet swapped again.
Okay, is what has happened to
Just
Scrimmy a
what?
known phenomena in Atharis?
It depends on how familiar you are with the things that happened at Ulmir's Gate.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
That
estimate-
happened about 90 years ago, correct?
I thought you had made it long ago
Yeah.
instead.
Right around 100 or so, 90, 100 years ago, yeah.
Okay. So I'd say that's within Daruk's
However long ago
adulthood.
Don
That's
says, because that's
during-
what Don played last season.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
No, because we were from the same time last season, weren't we, Don? Almost all of us were like 100 years prior.
I don't entirely remember, but I know at one point it was definitely 100. So go with it.
Cool. Then I would think that it was during the period that Daruk was sending his like Wiseman letters for work. Would that be something he would have heard from in that line of work?
while you guys are sitting there, Screamy kind of shuffles a little bit. You guys are making too much noise, and he's moved, and smoke comes up from the areas that we're clipping.
Can I shake him and try to pull him out?
What are you doing to me?
Oh, okay. It's alive and awake, and
Who are
also
you?
Not Celine.
What are you doing here?
Oh god.
Person.
This.
We don't
Who
know.
we decide was in charge in this round? Was it Fiora?
Fiora, but she's not here.
Oh shit! All right. Well,
She's over there with not Celine.
Daruk, I think that's you. Then you have way more experience.
Where
than
am I?
me.
I'd
Who the
say
hell are
we're
you?
at Candy Wonderland.
Where there's
I'm
candy.
Daruk Heartstone. I am
Why is
just
my
as lost
foot
as you are,
itchy?
friend.
Your arm
Have you
is
watched lately?
in the. All right. Do you know anything about an old woman in a hut?
Huh?
Old
An
woman
old woman.
in a hut. Not.
Is that me? Am I
Yes.
the old woman in the hut?
Is this
No,
the old
no,
woman in the
you're-
hut?
A rather impressively bearded fellow, though.
Are you feeling all right? Do you know who's the president? What year is it?
I'm feeling fucking great.
Okay.
Have you been drinking from the Candy River?
No, but my foot's real sticky.
Oh, it's not even chocolate. It's just the liquid that's in those wax bottles. Who could drink more than like a teaspoon of that?
I'm pulling up a leather
Daruk
satchel
goes
and
head first
drinking
for
from it. But you don't know what's in the satchel that I'm drinking.
I
It's
love
just
those.
literally just a satchel. It's not a drinking horn. It's not a leather drinking. It's literally a satchel full of some sort of liquid that I'm drinking.
Is there any kind of a makeshift like spout hole, anything? Or are you just trying to? You're just doing the
It's
best
like
you
a
can.
cup that I filled up. You guys are like I'm
This is a
assuming.
Ziploc
I
bag
don't even
wine.
know how the liquid stayed in it while I was sleeping.
So I'm assuming it's going everywhere. So can I tell what you're drinking?
It's a clear brown liquid.
Clear brown.
Okay.
That's my
And it-
favorite kind of
Just
brown,
as I
clear
thought.
brown.
Reeks of alcohol and fermentation.
Okay.
Wine.
Well, I'm Arthur, and Daruk introduced himself. Your name is? Did you say?
I don't. I think it's scrim or scram or something like. I think I'm just gonna go with scrimmy
Scrim?
to the scrammy.
Okay.
Scrammy?
Scrimmy,
Scrimmy or
scrammy.
Scrammy? Or both.
Scrammy. Scrammy's the
All right.
last name, I think.
Scrimmy.
I think you took a shot to the head, Scrimmy.
there-
Are you? Do you want to sit down a moment? Do you? How many
Well,
little
there's
wooden
no-
boys
doesn't
do you
look like
see?
The head's all. It doesn't look like the head's all there. I'm just gonna poke forward at one of the translucent parts of you. This is quite
Hi.
interesting.
Scrammy.
You don't have enough teeth to risk losing any of them.
Drinks more of the random liquid.
You should probably come with us.
Where
I
are we
think that-
going?
I don't know, but I feel like
Mm-hmm.
you'll do better if we're taking you there, wherever that is.
Where are we going?
We're going towards a
Fiora?
place.
I get up and I dust my shirt off, but literally like bits of my flesh flies off.
We're going to a place that has more liquor.
Yeah, you're gonna fit right in. Trust me. Fiora, what's happening?
Yeah. What
Meanwhile-
is happening with not Celine Fiora?
Fiora walks up. So what, you just gonna ignore me all day then? You ghost us and then don't tell us nothing?
I did not ghost you. I am not your
mean-
friend, Fiora.
Well then who the hell are you? And how do you know who I am?
I have been a passenger inside your friend's head since she awoke in that grave 15 years ago. Finally, it's my turn in control.
Right, so the question still stands there. Where have you been?
I do not know.
You don't not know?
All I know is that I awoke moments before you got here.
I mean,
Fucking what?
do you remember like an old woman or a cottage or anything?
I don't remember much.
Wait. So Celine brought you here and you woke up you just now before us.
I assume she brought herself here for whatever reason, but she kept
Well,
me
but
buried
you
deep
were a
enough that I don't
passenger, so
remember
she brought
why.
you here.
She didn't exactly bring me anywhere. It's not exactly mutual, our current arrangement.
Right. Well, I'd love to get into all that, but I feel like we should worry about getting back home first, and then we can tackle what's going on with you being kidnapped inside Celine or whatever's going on.
Fair enough.
Okay, so let's go and join the others and see what they're doing with this old guy sleeping over by the river.
You see that we're moving towards you. And the
I'm
old guy.
sleeping.
I think at this point, Daruk's tried to like snatch the bag of liquid from Scrimmy.
I don't think that's a good
Is that a mistake?
choice. I actually
Yep,
point my
yep,
dagger at you
yep.
as I say that.
It's a wineskin. I'm going to trade you. This one won't spill all over you when you drink from it. It's got a spout.
It's just gonna spill out to me belly.
Is it like a Pirates of the Caribbean thing where it comes right out?
Yeah. Just like it, only part of it comes out though. Like part of it goes down and part of it slides out the other side when I was drinking. So.
Fair enough.
All right. So if you're going to lose some already, do you want to lose more of it by throwing it all over your face?
Shines me beard.
I think you should just let him do his
You
thing.
know, yeah, have your bag.
Loki's sitting in a tree somewhere. Whichever one of us gets out alive is going to have to start a new life with him.
I'm a little hurt that Loki hasn't come after us. It doesn't seem.
I mean, I don't. Do you really want to?
That's fair, but
are you guys talking about the tree man?
Okay. Yes.
What do you know about the tree man?
Which tree man are you talking about?
The one that's
Me?
been crying
The one that's
while I
been.
was asleep.
This has been a roller coaster of feelings of how useful you're going to be, Scrimmy, and it's starting to look like very, very. How do you know what?
Speaking of
I
usefulness,
can't sleep when people
how's
make
Celine,
noise.
Dora? Oh, good to have you back. Not Celine. Celine, not Celine.
This is not Celine.
Go on.
Apparently, she's been a passenger with Celine, but it's not mutual or something. I don't really know what's going on.
All right,
But
whose
I
end
figure
is
we
it
can
not
worry about.
mutual on?
Huh?
What's that?
Not Celine. Whose end is it not like mutual on? Do you not want to be a passenger? Does Celine not want you there? Does Celine not know you're there?
I mean, I'd assume she doesn't want to be a passenger. I mean, imagine someone else is running your body and you're just sitting there along for the ride the whole time.
Yes,
Sounds
exactly.
relaxing
It's
stuff
not
once in
exactly
a
the most
while.
pleasant of experiences.
Once in a while, but all the time.
Fair enough. So you don't want to be in Celine. Does Celine know you're there?
She used to before she forgot about me.
And when did she
Before
forget
she
about you?
died?
No. Shortly after she arose, I was there guiding her, but she shut me away near enough 15 years ago. Hasn't said or done anything to me since. I doubt
that
she
a bit-
even remembers I'm here.
Anything to do with the thing in your back?
Partly.
Well, wait, I mean, is she in you right now?
The situation is complicated, but the body was originally mine.
Interesting. Well, Scrimmy, your thing seems a lot easier to manage suddenly.
Yeah, we'll
a lot
solve.
less
How about
worried
we
about
solve
that.
everyone's problems after we solve the problem of the weird Candyland we're in?
Agreed. Agreed.
I think we get back and then we can sort out who you are, not Celine, and what
Also-
this is.
You guys know who I am?
No, but we'll
Scrimmy.
find out.
Right? You're Scrimmy, and that's about it. You may or may not also be the old woman from the hut. Remains to be seen. I'm leaning no. And you somehow know that Loki is in a tree outside waiting for us.
I don't know if
Well,
I'm the
no,
old woman
Loki,
or not.
Loki wouldn't cry. Loki doesn't show emotions. He just writes them
that's
down
true.
instead.
That's true. What Cryan man are you talking
Yeah.
about? What did he look like?
What do he
Can
sound
you
like?
take us to him?
he had 8 toes
Hmm.
and he was in the top of a tree, and he
Okay.
kind of sounded like a bird a little bit.
So it was presumably just a bird.
8
I
total?
don't know. There was a few times there where I thought he was laughing at me.
I thought you said he was crying.
Well, he was doing that too, but it kind of sounded like a bird.
All right. Well, all right. Okay. God damn it.
All right, Scrimmy. I think maybe we revise the assessment on how useful Scrimmy will be, and think of Scrimmy
you know
more as
what?
a rescue
At this
right
point,
now.
I'm more so just worried about Scrimmy's safety. I feel like we should help this person.
You guys
Me-
want to see a trick?
You know what?
Sure.
Yeah.
I start juggling potions. You have no idea what kind of potions they are.
Okay. Be. That's pretty impressive. Be careful though with that. What?
Well,
Alrighty.
while you try to figure out how useful Scrimmy is or isn't, or if Celine is Celine or not Celine, we're going to roll out to Loki, our dear friend who may or may not be crying in a tree.
Just sobbing.
Loki, you've been in the tree on watch. You watched your friends go down. You saw them disappear out of range of motion. You haven't had any contact with them. And it's been quite some time that they haven't come back. At about an hour, you think, well, maybe they're just talking to whoever's in the hut. But when it gets to like an hour and a half, 2 hours, still no contact, no visual, what are you doing?
Oh man, something must have kept him occupied if he waited an hour, because he definitely wouldn't have waited an hour. But I suppose at that point he might as well start his way down, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're going to make your way down.
Not before purveying what's over the cliff and whatever else I can see before going down, since I am all by myself now.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll me perception. Let's see if you see anything different than what everybody else sees.
24.
Okay. So you look down and you see what looks like a dilapidated cottage from where you are, where you thought your friends headed towards. You see the trail is down, and you realize that while you are not kind of as small as maybe Fiora or Arthur, you're still deft and nimble and able to probably, if you went down sideways down the stairs, you would be able to hug the wall enough that you could get down safely without having to do any feats of acrobatics.
Yeah, we'll take the gentle approach.
Okay. So you want to shimmy down the side of the cliff face down to the ground there.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that. You get down there and you see the cottage and you see the footprints of all your friends in like the rock dust there on the ground. Do you head towards the cottage?
No, this is an infiltration mission now. This is as stealthy as possible because it has been an hour with no contact with easily 3 of the loudest people I've ever met. So the fact that it's this quiet is disquieting in of itself. Also, speaking of not hearing anything, do I hear anything now that I'm down here?
Are you still just like at the stairs edge, or did you go closer towards the cottage?
I'm at the stairs edge. I haven't moved.
So you don't really hear anything. No, it's pretty quiet.
Okay. Huh.
You have observant feet, do you not?
I believe so. That's it. That sounds
right.
like information I should know. I do.
I think you do. Okay. So roll me a perception at advantage now that you're at the bottom.
Got it. 17.
17. Okay. So as you kind of look forward and you're kind of looking around, you're like, I don't hear these loud motherfuckers. I don't see anything. What's going on? I see footprints. As you're kind of like, looking forward, like maybe a little squinty, kind of trying to like focus in, you see just briefly a shimmer in the air in front of you.
Not a fan, but I'm not going to leave my people hanging for too much longer. At the end of last session, I believe you said that I heard the same song we had heard the night before. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. The singing
With
of the song, yeah.
With the connections that Loki was trying to make yesterday about perhaps the song being a source of what was happening, he's going to be a little paranoid, but
Okay.
he also doesn't want to get caught up on his own. I'd like to tear up what I can of my bedroll, take out whatever bedding is in it, be it hay or cloth or whatever fluffy thing I can. I want to makeshift some earplugs to try and help myself a little bit.
Ooh, look at the historian doing smart people shit. All right, so you cut open with your dagger. You cut a corner open on your bedroll from your pack, and it's kind of like a wool stuffing, kind of heavy. So you don't need a whole lot. You're able to pull out a clump without ruining it. You split it in half. You kind of twist it up some. Maybe in your pack somewhere in your belongings, you might have some oil or some tar or some wax or something from a candle, and you're able to use one of your substances that you have to kind of pack it down a little, make it like in a little ball so you can stick it in your ear and still be able to pull it out. And you make yourself 2 little earplugs.
Fantastic.
Right? The earplugs give you the ability to still hear things like at a general sense, but it does cut you off from any like fine details. But you're observant. You can read lips. That doesn't freaking matter, right?
Yeah, sure. This totally won't backfire on me. But let's get to it. I'll get my new crossbow ready, and as carefully and sneakily as I can, I will make my approach.
All right. You want to roll a stealth?
Sure. 8. I just walk up. I just
Yeah,
walk
so
on up.
you start to creep forward and you think to yourself, well, I'm going to be stealthy about this. This could be a potentially dangerous situation. And you step forward. And as you kind of step forward away from the cliff face, like towards the house, you realize, well, this isn't what it looked like before. It's like green. There's grass. Like the house looks nice. There's smoke coming from the chimney. I can hear an old woman humming from inside. It smells good. Is that apple pie? No, it's not apple pie. That's apple crisp. There's a difference. I can smell the oats as opposed to the flour in the crust, So you creep up and you're like, wait a damn minute. Maybe that's why they're not coming out. Maybe they're inside eating. That food smells good. What are you doing?
I mean, the smell seems pervasive if it's enough to derail my train of thought, but I mean, where do the footsteps lead directly into the house, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, let's creep up. Let's take a peek in if we can. If not, if not through the door, through the window, whatever's available.
Yeah, there is a little window there in the front. It's got a little flower box hanging from it. It has some cute little purple flowers blooming in it. They've got like a dark purple tip, and then like as you kind of go towards the center, they become like a little bit more blue, and they smell exquisite. They're growing really nicely. And you notice below the flower box, you see some like herbs growing, some rosemary, some chives, some thyme, even some cinnamon growing there. Wow, this is a nice little garden. So you creep up to the house, you peek over the flower box, and you look through the window in the gap in the curtains. And you see an old woman spinning wool to you. She's got a weaving loom in the corner near the window, and then you see across there's a spinner, and she's just spinning and she's humming along. And you hear what sounds like snoring of several different folks snoring coming from behind one of the doors in the room. In the house. It's like a small little cottage. It's got 2 doors in the back. You could assume one is a wash closet. The other one is sleeping arrangements. And it sounds like snoring. Did they eat and go into a food coma?
I mean, this is just a little old grandma, right? This is just a
Oh yeah, like a
just
little
a
blue-haired, sweet old lady. She's wearing, a nice dress. It's red with polka dots on it. You can see like that ties to an apron behind it, and the frill and the fluff from the edges of her Betty Crocker apron off the sides of it. She's fairly she's an older woman, so she's like her skin is kind of frail, but she looks like she could have been a nice, curvaceous, plumper woman back in her prime.
cool, nice details to have, I suppose. You know what?
Hey,
Well,
she didn't tell us Granny was hot once.
yeah, for good reason. Who knows what y'all would have been doing? You know what?
Daruk's sitting here. Oh, you're in your 90s? I'm in my early 140s.
Let's not.
But I'm happily married.
Let's-
Sorry.
Let's get in here.
You're gonna go in?
I'll knock on the door.
She calls from inside. Oh, come in, dear.
I'll just push the door open enough to where I'm clearly in the frame, but I'm not stepping inside just yet. Hello, ma'am. I'm sorry to bother you. A few of my companions had just come down here asking, I believe, just questions of you. Have you seen anyone come through here?
Oh, yes. A lovely group. They had dinner with me. It was quite fantastic. We had roast beast, potatoes, carrots. I even made my special mushroom gravy. And of course we finished it with a nice Dutch apple pie.
During Itharis?
I just well, where did they get off to then if they had such a
colonizers.
large meal?
They're just having a rest in my bedroom.
Would you mind fetching them for me? I don't mean to intrude.
Oh, well, I'm feeling a little bit worn out and tired, but you're welcome to go yourself.
And they're just sleeping, you say?
Yes, of course. I'm just a little old woman. What else would they be doing?
I would is it can I pick up on whether or not I'm being lied to right now?
I don't know, can you?
I mean,
You could check. You could insight check her. If you'd like.
absolutely. I'd like to see if the truth is being told because I have the beautiful ear for deceit where any insight roll below a 7 is treated as an 8. What is that roll? 11 total. I don't know if that included my modifier or not.
It did not.
It did not. My insight modifier is a 7 for an 18.
An 18. So as far as you can tell, she is telling you the truth. Your friends are sleeping in the room. She is an older woman. It would take quite a bit for her to get up out of her chair and hobble sort of across the room. She needs assistance to walk. You can see oh gosh, she's got to be close to 100. She's quite old.
I'll take a first step inside. Be slow, respectful. Obviously, I don't want to be rude to this old woman. Surely they were nice enough to introduce themselves. I imagine.
Oh yes, lovely group.
And I don't mean to be rude about it, but the larger fellow, was he all right? He was a little queasy when he came down, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes, I think he broke his
distinctive-
staff. Yeah, you do. You can hear Daruk snoring. You've heard it before. You've slept in the room
Yeah.
with Daruk. You hear Fiora. You can hear the chatter of Arthur's teeth, which would be like, the snoring noise, like the wooden click, click, click. You know how it would go as his mouth would go, shoo, 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 You even hear a fourth sleeping sound, which you've never heard Celine sleep before, but there's a fourth snore coming from in there.
Well, everything seems to be in order. I'm not saying that out loud to the woman. I'm just talking to myself out loud because everyone else is in Snoozeville right now. Which door was it, miss?
So the one there on the left.
I guess let's open that door.
Yeah, you pop the door open and you look and you see, and there's a large bed takes up most of the room. There's an armoire in there against the wall, and then like a little vanity table right towards the front. But right there in the big, giant bed with a nice quilt made of different patchwork things, it looks super soft and super fluffy. You find your friends in a cuddle puddle.
Huh. All right.
This seems normal.
This is not normal, Arthur. But you know, I guess I'm gonna start shaking people awake. Might as well get the quilt off, get them, grab someone. You know, who's at the. I presume Arthur is probably somewhere near the top as the lightest person.
Probably.
Just
I
he-
think
he's
Arthur's
just at the
probably
bottom,
like slumped across Daruk's feet.
Gotcha.
like a dog.
I'll see if I could pick up Arthur and help them wake up a little bit.
You hear some rattling coming from the other room as you're kind of like approaching your friends. And the older woman, she just is there in the door behind you. Oh, dear, you should let them sleep. They're sleeping very, very well. You look tired yourself. You should take a nap too. Give me a wisdom save at advantage
Oh
because
boy.
of your earplugs.
20.
Okay. 20. What's your hit dice look like? What kind of health you got, buddy?
I have a maximum of 27.
Oh, that's dangerous. That's really dangerous for you because her words, as innocent as they may seem, cut into you like a knife. And when they do, you start to feel in your mind like you start to feel anxious and like you're falling in the pits of despair as things go black around you. And you start reliving in your mind the worst ever moment ever happened in your life. Whatever the worst thing you could ever think of that ever happened to Loki is what you're feeling. As you take 35 psychic.
Cool. Welp. As he falls unconscious, I suppose. The worst thing that ever happened to him was the initiation. That honestly has been the worst thing that ever happened to him. He had a great upbringing with his family. They were wanderers. They traded, they traveled, they got information, they had a great time. He got to go into a lot of really cool cultures, like even things that should be scary. He always thinks of things as like adventures or chances to learn new things. He's been trapped in mines, he's been dug out of caves before, while in mine shafts. Since the greatest time he's ever spent was with the dwarves. But good God, having that agony of drinking the fake demon blood and just spazzing and having a horrible time for the days he was in the infirmary, that he's just reliving that again. He's doing initiation again. Pretty much.
So you go through initiation again, and your body slumps to the floor. This little frail old lady picks you up and tucks you in bed next to your friends, covers you up. And you don't know how much time has passed. Your friends, they don't know how much time has passed. But eventually you come to in this candy kingdom where you see not only Arthur, Fiora, and Daruk, but not Celine, and somebody new.
And we're definitely at that moment, like, don't worry, Loki has to know something's wrong by now. He's going to get us out. He's going to figure out, fuck, here he is.
I
that
suppose I'm
Loki?
unconscious on the ground now?
Yeah, you kind of like are sleeping. You look like you're curled up like a sweet little angel. I'll have whoever wants to that's from the group that's already been inside the Candy Kingdom can go ahead and roll perceptions to see if you notice Loki kind of pop up there or what's going on. I don't care who does it. I don't care if you all do it. Somebody do it.
Sure.
It's a
Natural 20.
Oh, there we go.
Natural 19. Just high
For the
Fiora. Nice.
So yeah, Laura, as you guys are kind of sitting around talking, doing whatever, having whatever conversations you were having around at the time where Loki gets brought up, you're kind of scanning the area, looking around, and you notice near one of the bushes near where you guys woke up, you see Loki.
I walk up and push him with my boot to try and wake him up.
Yeah, Loki's sleeping like Arthur was sleeping. He might need a little.
All right. I'll dump a first level cure wounds into him.
All right. Do I need to read you my beautiful Candy Kingdom description again, or do you
don't.
remember?
From the top. From the top.
We don't need a re-up. I will ask, what is the transition for me, since reliving the worst thing I've ever experienced into being awakened with a boot shove cure wounds? What is the last thing on my mind, I suppose, as I finally get to wake up again?
Yeah, once Fiora pumps these 10 hit points into you and you kind of wake up feeling groggy. Your head hurts a little. Maybe that one time when you were hanging out with your buddies when you were just a young lad and you drank too much brandy from your father's liquor cabinet on a night where you were going to play Suburbans and Safaris together, the dice game. And you were going to play and you just drank too much and you woke up the next day and your head was kind of throbbing. That's kind of how you feel. You're like, dang, that was a terrible dream. Like, oh, I had to go through that again. What in the hell? And you look up and, oh, there's Fiora. Oh, there's cotton candy clouds. Oh, there's gumdrop buttons.
Damn.
Gumdrop buttons.
No remote recollection of anything that happened that was clearly bad.
Yeah, you can kind of remember the old woman a little. It's a little hazy, but you can kind of remember it a little.
I was hoping your horrible memory would be something super normal. I was.
Yeah. Remember, like, going to look for your friends, going in, the old woman telling you that they ate and they were tired. You go in to wake them up, and then you just thought, oh, that bed does look comfortable, and it's big enough to fit us all. Maybe I was tired too.
Hello? Oh.
So is that
Fiora?
what we all run?
Pretty much, yeah.
So we don't know the old lady is bad.
You were kind of a hope for getting out of here, We don't really know where here is, mind you, but
I've never dreamed of all of us at once. But I am suddenly aware that I am dreaming.
Am I able to piece it together like on my own, or do I need to like work for it?
You probably have to work for it a little.
Gotcha.
You're just waking up.
Yeah. There was.
Can Fiora investigate the area he's in?
Fiora can investigate the area he's in.
I think Daruk starts wandering upriver. Just not too far, within sight, but just a bit upriver.
Okay. Are you guys all in above VTT? You can kind of see.
Oh yeah,
I have the proper map up. If I don't, well, it's because I'm in.
Is the one
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have your tokens on there. Yeah.
You do not.
Yeah. Let me drop you on here. I thought it was going to move your tokens from one map to the next, but I guess it just didn't.
No, you can select the group and copy it to drop it over, though, if you want.
You can just, once I put them on here, move them to wherever you want to be. Loki, the area you're in is roughly near this patch of tree bushes.
By the way, Loki, it was 10 hit points.
Oh, thank you.
And a 16 investigation.
A 16 investigation? Okay.
While you guys are sitting here doing that, I climbed that random rock and I'm just standing there.
Sure. Perfect.
Because I'm drunk and weird. Only in the game, not in real life.
Well, I mean, either way.
Okay, the weird part in real life is still accurate, though.
I was going to say, 50% accuracy is passing in some countries.
Yeah, so Fiora, you kind of look around and you're kind of like investigating the area, taking a deeper look at things. And you're kind of looking and you're like realizing like, hey, this is a vibrant and enchanting Candyland. The air is filled with the sweet scent of sugary delights. The lollipop trees are tall and they sway gently in the breeze, and the colorful candy canes line winding paths. Gumdrops sparkle like jewels in the sunlight, and marshmallow clouds are floating lazily in the sky. But amidst this saccharine paradise, there are subtle hints of decay. Teeny tiny traces of rot peek through the perfect facade, like a dark secret hidden beneath the layers of sweetness. A faint whiff of sourness mingles with the sugary aroma, hinting at something more unsettling lurking beneath the surface. Despite the beauty and allure of this Candyland, a sense of unease lingers over you, and even in the air. A reminder that even the most perfect of worlds can harbor a hidden darkness.
No, nobody eat that beehive. Part of it looks bad.
Hey, it's
Well, you
everyone
don't
on
know
your
that.
toes. Something's not right.
What happens if? Don't know.
I want to
I'll
lean
get
down and
back
take a
to
sip
you.
of the candy.
You want to do what?
Take a sip of the candy river. See
Sure.
if it tastes off.
Sure, you can do that.
Cool. Can I, wild ask here, can I make a chef's tools check to try to identify this candy
Sure. As
in
you're taking a
conjunction
drink
with
of
a
it,
cast of Detect Magic? Is the
Sure.
about it?
Yeah, go ahead. Roll some dice
I'll
for
take
me.
that drink and I'll. Hell yes. All right. Which skill do you want me to use for the chef's tools check?
I believe it's a
Which
wisdom.
ability? Wisdom. Cool.
Wisdom, and then go ahead and add your proficiency mod on top of your flat wisdom.
Yeah, from the tool proficiency.
Yep.
I'm just going to roll a d20 because I don't have a thing for this, so this is going to be a +7.
Okay.
16, 23?
23? Sure. So you take your drink.
And I think Daruk's trying to identify something specific about like the magic or whatever is making up this Candyland. Would you like
Sure.
me to let you know what that is?
No, let me.
Daruk's thinking fairy.
Fairy, yeah. Okay. So you take a drink of the liquid in the river, and it tastes like the smoothest milk chocolate you've ever tasted in your life. But as you kind of swish it around your mouth, swish it in your cup, you do taste a hint of something different, something whimsical, something fey-like.
Daruk spits the chocolate back out and looks to the sky. You failed in your lie, witch. A world this perfect cannot be true. As he looks around at all this inedible food.
Yeah, go ahead and
Inedible to him.
roll me a wisdom save at advantage. I'll give you advantage.
Cool. Oh, wait, I don't know why I'm trying to unzip my dice. I have the D&D Beyond right here.
Because math rats go
Alright.
clicky clack.
Yeah, you gotta roll real well, otherwise.
25.
Ooh, just right what you need. 25. That's the threshold.
I had to roll an 18 for that.
So-
Efficiency.
You start to look around, Daruk, and when you say to yourself, a world this perfect cannot exist, you're from Atharis. Shit is fucked up on a regular basis. And you're like, man, nothing this beautiful can exist in some place other than a dream. And you start to look around and you notice, similar to how Fiora did, that there are inklings and bits and pieces of rock poking through in the different areas. You see, when you look kind of back down at the river of chocolate, you see things floating in this river. What is that? You reach down with the mug, you scoop it up. It floats to the top. Is that a finger? Is that that's a finger floating in this river of chocolate? You put this liquid in your mouth, Daruk. You swish it around. You drank some of this. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I saw that one coming.
You didn't.
15?
I'm not a predictable GM. 15, you said?
I just saw the Constitution save coming from drinking random liquid.
So, am I able to do some stuff here? Because this whole time I've been sitting on this rock, I actually wanted it to be that I was doing my identify ritual.
Yeah, absolutely.
On the realm itself that we're in.
Sure. Yeah, give me 1 second and I'll tell you. Daruk, you're going to take 12 poison damages.
She says to finish torturing us first.
Yeah, I just want to
Sorry.
complain on your friend. Then,
On President's Day, I'll remind you, you're doing this.
well, what's on a dollar bill but a dead president,
Well,
right?
hey, what the... Okay. Not the route I was going to go. I was going to go torture's right in line with governmental power, but...
Yeah, it's a. Shen says it's a finger, not a Toblerone. Yeah. So, Scrimmy, you're sitting up there and you're casting Identify, and you're trying to ritually cast on the place that you are, and to try to identify the magic and the things and so on working here. Go ahead and give me investigation at advantage to see how much your spell gleans for you.
Oh!
2 14s. You're getting a 14 apparently.
Oh,
So-
I didn't mean to do that one.
So, well, it's better. Too bad. So you sit there, you're casting your spell, you're letting the others who you just met do whatever it is that they do. And you're kind of looking around and you're trying to identify some things here. And you're able to pick up on the presence of conjuration magic, enchantments, and things along those lines. And you are identifying something that feels very much like Fae shenanigans.
Okay. I kind of want to just like shout out to the group and let them know, like, hey guys, Scrimity to the Scramity in here, and I feel like there's a
Oh God.
lot of enchantments and stuff going on. I didn't get like, because I'm pretty gone right now, but I promise that there's some weird stuff going on and this isn't real. I don't think it's real. This motherfucker right here is not real.
Yeah, so that's 3 of you sort of breaking the illusion. Scrimmy, you start to notice the similar things around, that there are bits and pieces of rock you're starting to see through this like beautiful Candyland. Arthur, Loki, and not Celine, go ahead and roll me a wisdom save at advantage to see if you're also able to break the illusion.
It's 16 plus 7 for me for a, what is that, 23?
Okay. I saw
I rolled
Loki's
a
roll.
9.
You rolled a
Not
9?
very,
Okay.
Wisdom is.
Oh, wait, did you say you wanted me to use the virtual dice rollers? I can do that.
Oh, I don't care. Whatever you can do it.
Okay.
Easier for me because I can see it, but if you want to roll your click clacks, you can roll your click clacks.
Okay.
So, 3 of you have started to kind of to piece it together that this is not all what it appears to be. That the land may stretch out as far as the eye can see as a kaleidoscope of vibrant colors and delectable treats. The ground being made of soft and springy licorice and trees twisted with lollipop branches laden with glistening candies and a chocolate river winding its way through the landscape. But things just don't feel right. The creatures kind of roam around here, and you notice that they kind of like move differently. They're not as fluid and as beautiful as you thought they were. They're like kind of stiff and slow and unnatural. The laughter that you were hearing initially that was like chimes on the wind is more like cries, sobs. Beneath this surface of beauty, decay. Creatures moving with sluggishness, their once bright colors faded and dull. Trees having wilted branches and patches of mold are growing on some of these things. Like, this isn't right. Something isn't right here. You're figuring it out. Something's not right. And Arthur, Loki, and Celine, while you're not able to fully break the illusion, there are 3 other people telling you, like, hey, something is wrong here. While Scrimmy might not be your most reliable source, as you had thought, you know Daruk and Fiora wouldn't pull your leg about something like this.
I think you're pulling my leg about this. Now, could I hit Fiora with a lesser restoration just to see if anything happens?
Sure.
Okay. I do that. Yeah. Arthur will clutch his holy symbol and start praying over you, Fiora. And you get a lesser restoration. Does anything happen?
No, it doesn't seem like it. Fiora's okay, aside from maybe missing a few hit points.
A few.
Well, what do we know, folks? We know that it's all candy, but it's all bad. I remember vaguely talking to the woman
We know there.
who
We know
owns
there
the
are bodies
house.
upriver.
Bodies upriver. Say that again. What? Why?
River water flows in one direction,
Did you?
and this finger
Okay.
came from upriver.
Oh,
And I hold up a mark to show everybody.
I was positive that was a Toblerone, actually.
It's definitely a finger.
I don't know if we can assume that there, Daruk. I mean, this isn't exactly the world we're used to, is it?
Fair enough. Then
But
there's bodies somewhere.
it is a place to start.
Well, let's go upriver, maybe. We're not getting any answers here.
Well, we know. Did you feel you said you saw something with enchantment, Scrimmy? Did you feel the presence of Fae yourself, as I did?
I did, and I know that this might sound crazy because you guys just met me, but I feel like whatever this is trying to attack all of us and keep us here forever. And I vaguely remember eating something at a woman's house as well. Something to do with mushrooms.
You're right. That does sound crazy. God damn it. Let's go find.
We're all just having a really bad trip.
Arthur.
No, you're right. You're right. Sorry. I get stressed out around cotton
insane
candy.
than self-sacrifice? Is it anything? Is it any more insane than self-sacrifice as love?
No, you're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. It's all the candy.
And that's a very sane thing. That's a very sane thing. So we're all sane here.
Now, if you said that.
Are we though?
Yeah. Let's not examine that.
We're all sane for now. We can be insane when we're not in a world made of rotting candy.
All right. So how do we get out? I think you're right. I think we should go upriver. I think we should see where that finger came from. I'm open to suggestions, though. This is my first time in a candy hellscape dream.
Arthur, when Daruk is like being direct and forward towards you, like this is a rotted world, give me just a flat D20 roll, like a luck check.
Not good. That is a 3.
If Daruk is willing to sacrifice some of his, like, relationship with Arthur to be truly scaring him, can I roll an intimidate to try to help add to that, to try to give him the help action?
Yeah, you can have the help action. Go ahead and just roll another flat 20.
Cool.
Let's see if it's better than a 3.
And this is to what? Make Arthur realize that this isn't real? Because I think with everyone telling me...
Yeah, I think I'm gonna see if you can get the entire illusion dropped with that lesser restoration that you have.
Okay.
Yeah, this isn't just for you to, like, believe us. This is for you to...
All right.
You are back to reality.
I'm gonna give, like, an advantage to your whole group if you roll well enough that you're able to, with that lesser restoration, you were able to pull the wool off their eyes.
All right.
So
This one, I'm going to roll this one in D&D Beyond because it feels important. I want us all to see it at the same time.
you just need something over a 10. Just needs to roll over a 10.
All right, it's loading. Cross your fingers. Come on. 13.
13! Lucky
So-
13!
As you're still sort of holding this holy symbol and you had just like completed, the words for the lesser restoration, all of you realize around you that this Candyland is rotted, as some of you had been saying. It's very different now as you all look around. It's decaying and eerie. The once sweet sugary treats have turned moldy and stale. They emit a foul odor into the air. The gumdrop trees droop with decay, their once shiny surfaces now covered in a layer of grime. The chocolate river is murky, has stagnant pools with a sickly, sweet, wafting smell from their depths, something like rotting flesh. The cotton candy clouds hang low in the sky, their fluffy pink and blue hues now muddied and torn. The gingerbread houses stand crooked and crumbling. The sugar walls are sagging and collapsing. This rotted Candyland, the air is thick. The decay is just vile, and a sense of desolation hangs over this landscape. That once might have been magical, but it definitely is not that sort of magical anymore.
Ugh, there's pocket lint on everything.
I mean, it's not like you can taste it, right?
You want to taste this.
Can Scrimmy fade away? It says on my turn, but we're not in initiative. Can I just use that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, tell me what it does.
So it makes me fade from the material realm completely and disappear into the ethereal plane, and I just want to see if I can do that and then like do a perception check and see if I can see anything from the outside realm.
Sure. Go ahead and roll me your perception.
Okay. Where are you at? Okay. Terrible.
So you do that. You guys, all of you see Scrimmy sort of like shimmer out of existence. And Scrimmy, you find yourself in the ethereal plane. And you can see like the shapes and shadows of your friends around you in the area that you're in. But the things around you, you seem to be like in the ethereal version of the Feywild. You realize that somehow, some way, all of you have ended up in the Feywild in one sense or another. And that's kind of what you're noticing here when you're kind of shimmered out there.
Now, as Scram, since I kind of had an idea of the fact that I was stuck anyways, does Scram have an idea that these people actually... I didn't find them, they found me. They came to where I was?
Yep.
Okay.
You recognize this place. You've been here a while. You've been trying to figure out how to get out. But these people, you know, they came in.
So they know the way out. Okay, so I'm going to kind of just like take mental mark of where we're at from the ethereal realm and suck myself back in. Unfortunately, I haven't really got this down, so I just fall out of the middle of the sky. Not very high off the ground, probably like 5 feet off the ground, and I want to say that I fall on one of you guys. Can I just do a 1 through 7 roll or 1 through 6 roll and see who I hit? Okay, so I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3, and maybe I just fall on my own ass. I'll count myself. I got a 5, so that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I fall on Fiora, and I want to say I fall like on your, like on literally on top of your toes.
Well, I mean, this day just keeps getting better.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
you got pirates raining out of the sky at your feet, Fiora.
So I'm gonna look directly up
That
into
sounds
your
like
face.
Fiora's wet dream, to be honest.
So I'm gonna look directly up into your face, and let you know that I know where we are. I need you guys to take me back where you came from, because we are absolutely trapped in the Feywild, and I know that I've been here for a while, but I can't remember how long, because I'm losing my mind.
So you saw we're in the Feywild proper.
Yeah, I'm just kind of been stuck here for a while, and I think that finally disassociating out of this godforsaken place helped me see that.
No, that's... We should get... We are... Fuck.
So I'd love to get you out of here. Trouble is, we don't
Oh,
really
yeah,
know
I
how
think-
we got here in the first place.
Right.
I have an idea.
The Crying
on how
Tree
to
Man.
get to the Feywild.
The Crying Tree Man,
an
where did
idea.
he just come from?
I have an
We're...
idea
I-
on how
right.
to get out of the
He came-
Feywild.
From right over here, if you're talking about Loki, but I checked, I didn't see nothing there.
Duruk, what are you talking about? What's
It's
your
not
idea?
one- Not what
What?
any of us will like.
Anything. We cannot stay here.
Think of the children.
Easiest way out of the Feywild is through a pact. We find
Maybe we
someone
should all
powerful enough to
pursue-
send us back.
Let's all just start throwing up, and maybe all that food will go away, and we'll get out of here.
Has it been 20 years and you've all lost your minds?
These were new boots.
How long have you all been here actually? Because I waited about an
Not
hour.
long.
Yeah, about
We've
that
been
long.
here maybe about an hour.
Because
I don't know quite what's going on with everybody.
You think maybe it's been an hour, but I don't know. Time is a weird soup.
There's nothing good here.
do we have our things?
Things.
I mean,
Have you
do we
checked?
have our
Well,
stuff?
I was just juggling potions.
Do I have
so-
the things I was
True.
carrying?
But like our equipment,
We all
it's
just standing
proper.
here, book naked.
I'm not talking like my backpack stuff. I'm talking like the shield and the sling on my.
I was
waist.
holding a crossbow when I walked into the room with everybody, and I have a
I-
ton of other things.
I also pointed a dagger at you guys earlier, so...
It's all cake. It's all cake. Should have squeezed it harder. You wouldn't know it
Fully
was
wasn't
cake.
there for that though, so that's semi-canon.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
I didn't hear that part. But I don't know. Who's asking if they have their stuff? Who asked me that?
Loki.
Yeah, Loki, I don't know. Reach in your pocket.
I'll reach on my back, on my weapons, my journals, everything. I'm looking for anything.
Yeah, you don't feel your pack there anymore.
I knew it. God. We're not
The Rook
actually
looks down at
here.
his well, I had my mug.
Yeah,
That was
you have a mug.
It's like Inception. We have to kill ourselves.
No, what is even Inception?
Arthur, self-sacrifice is not always the answer.
The book is just like shimmering in
We
my
have to
hand.
kill you.
Yeah, you
We
each
have, to
just
offer,
seem
your, we
to
have to
have
offer your death to a fairy.
one.
After all, you're one of their kind.
Let's not dwell on it. And we can't talk to any of them. We can't see any of them. If they see us, we have to go. We have to leave. I'm frantically looking through
And
my
how do you
spell
propose
book
we
right
do
now.
that?
I don't know.
Well, the concept of us leaving is difficult. I don't think we're here. At
Do
least
you guys like fire?
I love that.
Huh?
It's kind of in my
Does
name.
that segue into an idea?
You guys want to just set shit on fire?
setting the Feywild on fire might be the worst idea we could have on hand.
I don't know. I
But
mean,
I
I'm kind
don't
of a
give
fan
up.
of setting it on fire.
Also, who are you? Why did we pick up another undead pirate?
Oh,
When
this
did
is
it-
screaming.
What do you mean another? I'm not undead.
We have an undead
Another
and a
undead
pirate.
and another
Wait.
undead pirate.
What?
Also,
Is that you, Celine?
we're not sure.
No, it's not Celine. But she's
You
been
carry
with
yourself
Celine the whole
differently.
time.
Okay. Oh my god.
Oh,
We
not Celine
Druk
wanders
looks to
off.
Loki. Loki, my dear roommate, would you like to go try to find someone who could help us?
I don't think
For
we're
a
entirely here.
semi-reasonable, possibly price.
What do you mean by that? That we're not entirely here?
I remember coming in after all of you. I spoke to this old woman and went into a room with a unreasonably large bed, like big enough for Daruk 4 times over, with all of you sleeping together.
I don't
And
see.
What's that?
How-
Freezing.
You're hallucinating, but
How could all of you be asleep on that bed yet have been here for a while?
I'll sleep with anybody that gets in bed with me. So
I mean, I can't magically be put to sleep. I think you're talking crazy, Loki.
Who has your highest passive perception?
Loki.
I think that is me at 22.
Okay, Loki. You, as you're kind of having this conversation and you're kind of like telling these folks, like, bros, this shit is messed up. You notice everybody has one basic weapon on them, whether it's a dagger or, you know, a broken quarterstaff or a spear or whatever. They all have one basic weapon. And as you're kind of talking, you see somebody slouching, well, kind of like lounging on a branch of one of the decaying trees. You catch it out of the corner of your eye. You see a dangling foot. And then you hear the whistling. It's like a cheery, upbeat sort of whistle.
How horrific, I suppose. If you can't be put to sleep, then something else happened.
I mean,
If-
Celine also don't sleep. Neither does Arthur, I don't think, right? I mean,
Wait,
don't
you're like
sleep.
wood.
You said you're not Celine.
Didn't Celine wander the fuck off? If we look around, is Celine or not Celine there?
Nope.
I don't know. I don't
What
know.
was what was their deal? What was Celine not Celine's deal?
There's a Mark Ruffalo situation. I don't
Know what that
What?
means.
I'm seeing it again. Look, I don't know. Celine is not Celine, but looks kind of vaguely similar to
Why-
Celine.
Celine
Why
has a
is
second,
Celine?
Celine has a second personality that was stuck inside her that got dragged out when she came here.
That's what
That's what
I
we've
said.
caught so
What-
far.
What if it isn't a personality? What if it's a spirit? Because that would, having our spirits severed from who we are, would allow our bodies to be in one place, yet the
You're
spirit
saying
be in
on.
the
You know-
Feywild,
You know,
and would
you know-
I
it
could
would-
help you go
Astral
home.
Oh, look, someone who could help.
I mean, did
Yes,
we
you
ask
could
him for
help.
help, though?
You could help.
Oh,
but
if you
will
don't want help, that's fine. Stay.
No, you could help, but will you?
Yes.
And what would you take in trade?
Oh, I like many things as forms of payment. And when you look up to see who's talking to you, it's the person Loki saw sitting in the tree. It's a younger woman. She's wearing kind of a robe with a belt around it. She's got like a little knife hanging from her belt and a little potion bottle that's shaped like a heart hanging from her other belt. She has long, dark black hair. Her eyes they're not kind of like, I won't say sunken in, but she's got some dark circles under her eyes. But she's pretty. Like a 19 out of 20 pretty.
My lady, we would be interested in dealing with you, depending on the terms of the deal.
Well,
I got about
just-
$8.
I'll help you get out of here if you retrieve something for me when you get home.
Before
What
we
would you
do that,
have us
can we know
retrieve?
who we'll begin with?
Oh, I have many names. Or maybe I'm nameless.
Does this
don't
person
know.
seem at all familiar?
Yeah, I'm asking that as well.
Insight it if you'd like.
I would. I'm not great at it, though.
You can still try.
I'm okay. Nope, that's an 8. Never seen her before.
Screamy's very concerned on whether they've met this person before too, because he's been in here for so long. So he's also going to do an insight check.
Sure. Look at
20?
that dirty 20 scram. You feel like it's a familiar person, but you can't remember where you've seen them before.
Okay then. I don't know if it's at a bar or where I've been in the past, but I know this person. I don't know if we can trust him, but we don't have very many options at this
Sure,
point.
you can trust me. And you can call me the Weaver if you would like.
The weed.
Oh, hang on, actually.
Does anyone recognize that name?
I don't know. Can we do a history check or something?
Yeah, that'll be interesting, wouldn't it?
I do an
You could roll
Arcana
history.
check.
Sure. Daruk, you're pretty old. Scrimmy, you're disembodied, so you've been around for quite a long time.
Fiora would have no idea.
Yeah, you could draw in a history check if you'd like, or Arcana to see if you can recall this name as
Arcana?
something.
I feel like
I'll give you-
Arcana would be better than history.
I'll give you guidance, Daruk.
Oh, well, I got a nat 1 on that one.
Take a chaos
I got
coin.
an 18.
I'll go ahead and guide myself.
Where's my knowledge from the past?
Nat 20.
Nice.
Ooh, nice.
I'll throw the D4 for guidance on there because why not? 26.
Daruk, you think about the Weaver, and if you've heard this name before, you're in a magical world, you're wondering if maybe there's something magical tied to them. And you remember a story you heard a long, long time ago when you were just a wee little ogreish. Well, as little as an ogreish could ever be, anyway. And it was told around a campfire one time from somebody from your family where you've come from before you went off to wherever you were before. But you remember hearing, and they kind of chalked it up to crazy old uncle's like campfire tale. But you remember hearing the story of the weaver who weaves the lines of fate together, and that she's a real person, and along that lines, you've heard sort of like a magical campfire tale of the weaver.
My lady, may I ask a question?
Sure.
How many lines had to be restrung for you to get this meeting with us?
Oh, only about 6.
Only our own.
Only your own.
An impressive tapestry you've woven.
is a quite nice one. I do enjoy it. Didn't you see it when you were in my house?
Oh, against the back wall.
Mm-hmm.
What? It was so finely detailed. I thought it was marbling.
No,
What?
no.
Would you say I've been talking? Would you say we've been talking for about a minute?
Yeah, about a minute or so.
I'd like to use Gift of Gab.
Sure.
Or Gift of Gab to try to gain a piece of information from her. What she wants us to retrieve. So I need a wisdom saving throw from this eldritch being. It's a pretty low DC. I think it's like a 15.
Sure. Let me roll that here.
Or sorry, friendly ear, not Gift of Gab.
She does beat it, but she'll still tell you some things about herself. Give me just 1 second. Let me pull up some notes here because I did write things. I did DM prep for once in my life. Yeah, so
Good for you.
she tells you, because you're asking these questions and so on and so forth, that she is the Weaver of Fates, a powerful entity that resides mostly within the ethereal realm, beyond the mortal plane. She tells you she's a being of immense knowledge and wisdom with the ability to shape the destinies of individuals and entire worlds. She's older than the gods, and the gods have been dead a very long time, so she's pretty old. Usually, people kind of see her as a figure shrouded in shadow, but, she doesn't really look like that to you. Eyes that seem to hold secrets of time itself. You definitely can see that when you focus in a little bit more on her as you're having this conversation. She tells you that her domain is a vast tapestry stretching out endlessly in all directions with threads representing the lives and destinies of every living being. Those who seek the Weaver's guidance must undergo a perilous journey through the ethereal realm, facing trials and challenges to test their resolve and determination. Only those deemed worthy by the Weaver are granted an audience where they may ask for a glimpse into their own fate or seek guidance on how to shape their destiny. She's a great being of mystery and power, and those who encounter her are forever changed by the experience. Her presence looms large in the world and is a reminder that fate is not set in stone, and even the most powerful beings are subject to its whims.
But who is this lady? Well, Arthur isn't saying a word here. I am letting whoever the hell wants take lead on this.
I'm just watching from this distance.
So, just to be clear, Daruk and her conversation was out loud, right?
Yeah, he's having a conversation right now.
At least to Rook's end.
That's good to know.
So let me get this straight. You lured us into your house. You trapped us here in your realm, and you're trying to force us to do something for you.
Well, I didn't necessarily lure. You came down and came to the door.
So
Who am
now
I
that
to
we're-
turn away new friends?
So
My
what do you
darling
want?
Weaver, you're acting
And she
like
just
a
kind of grins
hog.
at you. Well, that's a bit rude to call me a hag. Only
It's a
my
bit-
sister and brother are hags.
It's a bit rude to keep people.
I'm more of a
people's hostage.
sorcerer. Well, you're not hostage. You can leave. You can figure your way out. But the
So
door
tell
is
me what you
open.
want.
I think
Tell me what you want, and
I'll
I'll
say
go and
friends.
get it. You leave my new friends here, or take them, let them go. I'll go get what you want. I have nothing left anyways. I'm stuck here for an eternity.
Screw me, I think there are better bargains to be found.
Bargain as you wish. My life means nothing.
It's just a simple task I would request of you once I open the door for you, so you don't have to find it yourself. I just need you to
make an
retrieve.
open-ended deal if you would not tell us what you will retrieve.
I would just like you to retrieve Dreamleaf for me from Runeheim.
Can I roll history to see if we know what Dreamleaf is?
Can I roll nature?
You could.
Cool.
Chip, I see you grinning at me over there.
I'll just guide whoever's rolling nature.
At it again with the Dreamleaf, huh?
What are you talking about?
Your love of the halfling's Dreamleaf has clearly slowed your mind.
Long
18.
bottom leaf, dream leaf, same difference.
Yeah, you recall hearing of Dreamleaf. Usually it's used as sort of like a narcotic substance, and it started to roll through the northern mountains and become a problem. But Daruk, you know a little bit more about the capabilities and uses of Dreamleaf. That when mixed with the right ingredients, it can make a potion strong enough to walk worlds.
The Weaver just wants to get high, though it's not about that with the Weaver.
It could be both.
May I make a different bargain for myself? I would love this bargain to be open for my companions. If they choose to take it. But I have a request of you.
Let's talk about it. What's the request? Let me hear it.
I would remain behind in your care. If you would send another, who I believe to be trapped in these wilds, in my stead.
And who might that be?
Name of Edith.
Edith.
She would be under the control of a hag, you may know.
Well, let's say this. You go as a group, you get the Dreamleaf, and you bring it back to me. And when you bring it back, I shall have found and released your friend Edith.
Well made.
Do we have a deal?
I mean, what choice do we have? There's not really another option, is there?
I told you could find the door on your own to leave if you'd like.
It doesn't look like you left that many options open. Because I've been in here for a while now, I tell you what.
You just weren't looking in the right places, Scrimmy, my friend.
You got any more of that mushroom stuff?
Oh. The Estoyan mushroom soup I made for you. Sure,
I got a
could send
cup
you
right here for it. And then Scrimmy holds up that fucking bag again that still has liquor in the bottom.
Still liquor in it, yeah.
Yeah, she'll just snap her fingers and it'll be filled with liquor-infused mushroom soup.
Jesus.
Screamy literally just walks away from you guys and sits in the corner.
It's another 15 years in the Feywild for Scrimmy.
And I'd like Screamy to pull out a random spoon that actually has special properties that nobody would understand, but it's the Kinder Spoon of Holding. And eat the soup.
Just eat soup with it. Sure. So yeah, you have the choice to find the door on your own. It's capable. You are capable of doing it. You possess the magic and skills and abilities to do so. Or you can take a deal where each one of you brings back a dream leaf for the Weaver, and she'll open the door for you, and in turn also help find Daruk's friend, who he believes to be lost as well. So,
What do the rest do you think? Kind of a shite first mission for me.
You guys want some soup?
For sure, no. On the soup. Thank you.
Arthur, perhaps you could ask her to find someone for you as well, if she's
I'm
willing to do
waiting
it
to-
in exchange for
I'm-
the Dream League.
I'm waiting to see how this works out for you. And if it does, that's exactly what I'm thinking. But I'm going to see how this plays out first.
I understand.
Has not Celine come back, or is she still wandered off?
Just John.
She's gone.
Forever?
She's
She wandered
couple
about
meters
halfway
away.
back, it looks like, on the map.
she's listening, but she's not next to the group.
Okay.
yeah, it's got to be a collective yes that we want to take the deal, or no, we don't want to
Look.
take the deal.
Scrimmy has been here for... How long have you been here for, Scrimmy?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know shit about fuck.
For a while.
I could tell.
It's a long time though, because I know a lot of these things. I've been here before and I'm stuck again and I don't understand it. And I know I've been around for a while. So are you sure you
22
guys don't
years,
want any of
6
this
months,
soup?
4 days, 3 hours, and 43 seconds is how long you've been here, Scrimmy. 44, 45, 46.
So that could be us.
47.
I feel like maybe we take the deal.
Scream,
Loki?
screamy, screamy, screamy,
You're
scream,
one of our
scream,
calmer
screamy, let's get the
heads.
fuck out of here.
I for one am not in the favor of owing anything to higher beings, especially Fae.
How hard could it be? It's just leaves.
Quite hard.
I got
actually.
some
Dream
leaves
League's
right
very
here.
rare.
I
I
hold up
guess
random spell.
We do
components.
kind of have
Scrimmy?
another thing we have to do first. Is there like a deadline on this thing?
No, I won't rush you to do it. It would be nicer to be sooner rather than later, but I understand this is sort of a last minute side gig.
I have a question.
I might have an answer.
Is there a reason you can't retrieve it yourself?
Well, like you, I'm mostly trapped here. And I would like to get out myself.
I'm with Loki, actually. I think it's a no.
Really? Are you sure?
Yes.
I mean, you were all for this a few seconds ago.
Not if she's trying to get out.
I just want to go
Nothing.
home.
Where's home?
I don't think I want you to.
But where is
Okay.
home?
My home is a land called Prithian.
Does that...
And one of my brothers and I don't get along so well. And that's how I ended up here. And I'd like to go home to my twin because my heart is not whole until my twin and I are back together and our flames burn bright
Well,
in the hearth of our mother.
I can get behind flames burning bright, though.
Can I roll for the word?
Do what? I'm sorry? What'd you say, Daruk?
That joke. I
Oh, okay.
made a dumb joke. I said, can I roll know the word codependence.
You can insight her if you want to know if she's telling you the truth about wanting to go home, or you think she has more nefarious.
I would like.
Yeah.
I would like to do that, actually. Yes.
Go ahead.
Am I able to guide myself in this moment as well?
Sure.
Cool. That's a 25 plus 4, 29.
Okay. So when she's telling you that she just wants to go home, she wants to go back to her twin, and that her older brother has done this to her. When you look at her and you're trying to see if she's telling the truth, you see pain in her eyes when she talks of her twin and the pain in her heart missing her other half. Not like a Cersei and Jaime Lannister set of twins. We're not on that level, but you know.
No, it is missing the other half of who you've been since the day you were born, though.
Yeah.
Can I ask? Do I think she has any nefarious intent attached to that, or if she has like a lack of care about any consequences thereof, so to speak?
You more can glean that she doesn't care about this world. She wants to go home to her own. You know, she said her brother trapped her here, so you can pretty much figure out she wants to go home to her twin and exact her revenge against her older brother. Maybe nefarious in another world, but not your own. More like a very deep set revenge, like
Screamy's down.
Just driving her.
Screamy's doing it.
All right.
And
Yes,
Screamy's
think
gonna look at
Daruk-
the lady
I think
and say,
Daruk's big concern is if her breaking away will harm Itharis and make it worse than it already is.
Just ask her.
I think
Will your
Screamy's down no
departure
matter
in any
what.
way-
Yeah, I don't think Arthur's that big of a thinker, and I think he needs to get the fuck out of the Feywild. I would definitely take that. I'm looking for Dreamleaf.
Screamy's
you
a
saying,
fucking nut job.
I think you were saying something. What'd you say, Chip?
Will your departure from this realm cause any harm to ours? Or this one?
No, I don't think so. Not intentionally so, but I mean the fates will be left to weave themselves at that point. I just learned how to apply my magical skills to this world since I've been trapped here.
The fates left to themselves. Itharis has been tied to a grim fate for quite some time.
Because that can't be much worse than it already is.
Yes.
Can't say I hate the idea of one of these things not being in control of everybody's fate.
Get out
What
of the
about you off in the
Feywild, get fate.
distance?
What, Fiora?
I was asking not
Calling
Celine
out
off
not
in the
Celine.
distance.
I'm still undecided.
We attack the Weaver.
I'll take the you offer. Yeah.
So, Daruk says yes. Arthur says yes. Scrimmy says yes. Loki?
I don't know. I'm not too sure on this.
Okay. Fiora?
Fiora's waiting for not Celine.
Okay. What you got, Scrimmy?
I want to do like a private sidebar away from the lady where I'm just. We can always kill her later.
There's got to be a more straightforward trade we could do, right?
I don't
There
think
has
this
to be.
place does straight.
What, you trying to offer your soul? I heard they like those.
No, not
Names.
that far, but
I mean,
You guys,
I would accept patronage, full patronage from one of you. Should you rather have that bargain rather than all of you retrieve me a dream leaf? And then the one in my full patronage would then be responsible for such.
And what would that entail?
One
you-
level in Arch Warlock.
Would you take that pact?
one level in
The
Warlock,
deal I offered you before.
but I'll take that
I'll
shit.
take it.
I'm like,
Oh, two? I'm getting two? I'm going to get two patrons today? Is that what I'm
If
hearing?
you're already getting another, I'm out.
Same
But,
here. So you
Scream,
said
I
one
will
patron
say-
instead of the dream leaf, right?
The person who's patroned to me will still have to bring me a dream leaf. You know.
a dream leaf.
Yep.
But,
I only
but the
need
rest
one.
of us would be clear.
Screw I'll take it. You don't need to come to this place.
I think giving them Scrimmy as their champion is something.
I want to be the candy champion pirate.
Wait,
No.
I was gonna say.
All right. So are we rock paper scissoring?
Listen,
I have
Drew,
other goals
I mean,
to be
the
accomplished
souls
with this
for
deal.
one.
I mean,
That's my concern. Would you take Scrimmy's patronage in exchange for my aid as well?
If Scrimmy is gonna become my friend in a deeper sense than such, and you are still willing to bring me a dream leaf as well, Daruk, then I will still help you get your friend out of here.
If I took your patronage, she would not be released until I returned with the leaf.
Correct.
All
I
yours,
still have
Scrimmy.
to find her.
I'm
I'll
eating
be back
soup.
with the leaf.
So you're gonna go and get the leaf. You're gonna take the deal to get the leaf, right, Daruk? Without the patronage. Okay. And Scrimmy, you're gonna take the patronage.
Yes.
All right. Both of you come shake my hand. We're going to make this deal magically bound. Okay. Ew. Ew.
It's just soup. It's just mushroom soup.
It's so gray.
She shakes your hand, Scrimmy, and when she does, you feel like a tingle in your wrist. And
My wrist.
not like a bad tingle, but like a nice little tickle as you look down to where the tickle is and you see a red spool of thread with a needle sort of hanging from it has appeared, a tattoo of such.
Sick.
And you get one level in Archfey Warlock.
Very cool.
Nice.
Drew, you want to shake and make a deal to bring the leaf in exchange for your friend?
Daruk will shake.
Okay. You get a very similar spool of thread, but yours is blue. You feel the tingle, it's a little tattoo and such.
Yeah.
When you complete your bargains, the tattoos will disappear. Until then, behave yourselves. And she snaps her fingers and disappears. In the tree, kind of by where Loki appeared, the tree kind of turns into a portal. It disappears and a portal opens, and you can kind of walk right through the portal.
Yeah, Arthur, beeline for that portal.
Arthur, click, 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 little wooden feet, tapping on the ground, boom, right through the portal. You come out on the other side, on the cliff where you guys came down, where the cottage was. It is not there.
So that
Yeah.
happened, I guess.
Well, you're by yourself. I haven't heard anybody else said they gone through yet.
Oh,
You
we'll,
just-
say, we'll say that to the empty air.
We're going in?
Yeah,
We're
let's
going
leave.
now? Oh, yeah, alright. Soup in hand, barrel rolls.
Yeah, so you do. You go through. Whoever's going through does. Celine, you going through? Not Celine.
I do not move. I
Fiora
wait until everyone has left
Fiora
before
does it.
calling out the Weaver's name.
You're gonna wait for So Loki went through Daruk, Scrimmy, Arthur. Fiora, you didn't go through yet?
Nope.
So you're there with not Celine.
Yeah.
The four of you, when you get to the other side, you see it's the cliff face where you had come down off the mountain path. There's no cottage there anymore. All of your bags are sitting there neatly. All of your belongings are sitting there neatly. And you see sleeping bodies of Fiora and Celine still there. But they're like in a sleep that you can't wake them from as you all kind of come through. When you come through, it's like snapping back into your regular body and you're there. It's an interesting feeling. Gives you like the tingles on the inside. Fiora and Celine, what are you doing while you're still in the Feywild?
Fiora looks directly at her.
I am not returning until I get what's owed me.
Listen, I don't know what's going on with you. And I don't know you're not Celine, you're with her. But I'm not going through that door without you. So if that means I have to help you when we get over there with whatever happens, then I'll do it.
It's not
And
exactly.
that's at you, not her.
What we are is not something you can help with. She's stubborn and barely listens to me. I doubt she'll listen to you.
But in time, I mean, I've gotten her out of a few jams. She's still with me, ain't she? Can you say she's been that with anyone other than
She
you
respects
that long?
you that much, I can tell.
Give me time.
I don't know. Fine. I will give you time. Not a lot. Any progress is better than none.
Thank you. Well, come on then.
You know, you still haven't asked me my name.
You haven't given it to me.
Well, it's polite to ask. But it's Astrid.
Alright, Astrid, come on. Got a whole world out there for you to explore.
Very well. A world that I have not seen in, what, 30 years? Give or take. Let's see what it holds, shall we?
Fiora will hold out a hand.
She'll smirk, but not take it and just walk past her.
Fiora will laugh and follow her out after.
All right, so you come through the portal. You kind of, wake up and walk through at the same time. Is it Celine or Astrid that wakes up there?
It is Celine.
Okay, so you got Celine. So you're there, close to where you were heading towards the Bone Traders. Back where you were heading initially. You're on the cliff face. Scrimmy made a bargain with the Archfey. Daruk made a slightly lesser bargain. Your regular mission for the Wardens, and then now you have like a neat little side quest to retrieve a leaf. You're muted.
So, Scrimmy, how do you feel about fighting demons for the rest of your life?
I'm pumped. All I know
Oh,
is that I'm
perfect.
real good with a dagger and I know how to fly a ship or something like that.
Fly a ship.
Yeah, you put the winds in the sail and they go real fast.
Oh, I mean, that I do know.
Got a man named Dave that you have to meet.
The second
man
you
made
mention
thing.
Dave, Celine just snaps awake. Just, what the fuck am I?
Who is
Well, hi
this?
there.
I thought you were here the whole time. Where you been? I think this is the one I like. No, I don't think I like this one. I think I like the scary one. What do you think what do you guys think of screaming? Do you like the screaming?
The fuck is that thing?
Celine, is that? Are we back?
That's
to-
definitely Celine.
Yeah, sounds like Celine.
Sup, Munchkin? What I miss?
Don't do that. Celine, Scrimmy, Celine. Great
Hi.
to meet you.
Hi. I think I'm screaming, but I might be screaming, and I don't know the rest of the words. But somewhere in belong there. Hi, nice to meet you.
I'm
You
getting
get the
Dave
idea?
flashbacks.
So we still have a job to do.
Right.
Hi, we got
Rob,
to find the bone
boy.
trader.
But I think
And
We're
gals
all
and everybody
pretty
here.
heavily injured as well.
Aye, that's true. We at least need the night, or we can go back to town if Celine's not going to wander off again.
But are you
If I don't
injured
want
though?
I
Are
mean,
we?
are we
You
injured?
tell us,
I
omnipotent
would
voice
think
of
we'd
the,
be-
of the game.
I would think that we would
That's
be
your
aware.
job.
We were almost dead. None of us had
I
about
haven't
half our
said
health.
that. I hadn't gotten that far. Okay, I
Do
was letting
still
you wake
feel
up.
almost dead.
Arthur looks up at his health bar.
No, your health,
only one you can fucking see.
your health is restored, but your spell slots are not.
Speaking of spell slots,
hmm
we're on time, and I'm going to regret this. As we come back and everyone's talking and discussing, can Fiora cast Detect Thoughts and try to probe into Celine to see if she can find Astrid?
If the player behind that character is okay with said action, then I'm fine with that as well.
I mean, Celine's not gonna know what the fuck's happening. She'll probably get like a mild headache, but yeah, go ahead.
I think to probe I need a save. I think it's Wisdom. Let me check.
A wisdom save against your spell save DC, I believe.
DC 15 Wisdom save.
Where the fuck is my Celine D20? That is a 12 plus 1 for a 13.
All right. So, Fiora, you're probing.
Yeah, like I said, she's probing and she's purposefully trying to anything that feels like Celine, ignore it and go as deep as she can to try and find
Astrid.
even a speck of Astrid in there.
Okay. When Fiora finds the little nobule in your brain weave thing that has all the little firings and stuff on it that has Astrid in it, what does Fiora find?
It's essentially a cage that she just feels Astrid inside of. That's literally it.
Okay.
Very deep in her head.
Okay, then she'll let the spell end, hoping that Celine didn't notice, because that would go poorly.
Yeah. Well, it's on a fail they don't notice, right? It's only on a pass that they can feel it. I'm not
Technically,
mistaken.
they notice either way.
Especially if she's digging into her head.
I don't remember. I don't ever use that spell, so I would have to look.
It does indeed say that either way the target if you probe deeper. Trip is correct that if you probe deeper no matter what. So I imagine that I find that cage and Celine notices and I assume Fiora is shunted out, but I can't say how Celine reacts.
Okay.
Her eyes briefly flash green.
Next week when you set off to do whatever it is that you're going to set off to do. We are at our 2-hour mark. I don't want to keep anybody much later because I know some folks have to work in the morning. So we're going to call it a night. We're going to come back next Monday and continue this shenaniganry as Celine and Fiora navigate this new piece of their relationship because they've been friends for a very long time and now things are different than they were before. maybe Fiora has violated Celine in a way that Celine did not want to be violated, and it maybe might change the dynamic. So we'll see how that goes. We will see everybody Thursday night at 6:30 Central. We will be going back into our Eberron Gilded Destinies campaign, and then we'll be back here on Monday for more Delirium shenanigans. Does anybody have anything that they need or want to plug while we're here, or no? Nope. All right. Fantastic. Have a good night. Behave yourselves. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And if you do, don't name it after me. All of that fun, exciting stuff. We'll hopefully see you Thursday. If not, we'll see you Monday. Adios. Hasta la vista. Farewell and goodbye.
See you later.
All right. Let me shut down stream and then we'll be